think people were scared that, oh, if you don't go to university, I'm not going to amount to anything, but it's not the case at all. So I went to college. I didn't go to university. I went down the NVQ route, which was actually through the Chamber of Commerce, who I'm actually a member of now through the business.
You know, you have such, like interesting job titles. You do so much, and like I know so many people who aren't planning on doing university, and they don't know what they're going to do next. And you didn't do university. You went through apprenticeship. So it's like a different route, but. If there was like a way that you could like tell people your story at sixth form, I feel like it'd be really great for the students.
Oh, I'd happily do that,
Yeah.
Welcome back to Youthology on AUK Media, brought to you by Attentive Social Enterprise every other Wednesday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. We're your hosts, Manur
And Zara.
Today we're joined by someone who wears many hats, from catering to facilities management to just general philanthropy. So I don't know how she manages to do so much.
Neither do I. And this is our amazing guest, Vanessa. Do you want to tell us more about you?
I'm Vanessa. I am a local business owner. I own a couple of businesses within Luton, a facilities management company, which is basically looking after compliance and buildings and commercial properties, just the boring part of it. But it is good fun looking after the spaces, and also run a catering company called the British Mauritian, but we kind of do some cultural things with that as well, bringing the Mauritian culture to Luton. I am also a governor at Luton Sixth Form College. I sit on a couple of boards in Luton as well for the BLCF, which is like a local charity. I also sit as a director for Luton Comic Con as well, which is one of my fun ones, and do a bit of fundraising for Luton Dunstable Hospital, different charities out and about, and just kind of get involved.
So you're truly a jack of all trades.
I am indeed, yes I am.
How do you manage to multitask so efficiently?
A lot of it has become more accessible since I started my own business. So I've always worked in the corporate world, always kind of worked outside of Luton, born and bred Lutonian, but always worked outside of Luton. And my last position, I was kind of made redundant, and at that point it was like, right, the opportunity to kind of just do this for myself. I've always wanted to run my own business. I thought, why not? And then I was invited to one of the Luton Awards, and it was just inspirational, and I just kind of thought, I didn't realise a lot of this went on our doorstep, so started concentrating more in and around Luton. And when you kind of run your own business, you do get to plan your own time, so I started picking up things like, I think the school governor role was my first one that I'd kind of picked up, and probably one of my favourite ones as well. So I love going back there. It's my old college as well, so it's been good. But yeah, you kind of manage your time doing it that way, and with all the different roles, because they are sort of Luton based and they're all interlinked, so even though I'm kind of doing all the roles, when I'm out it's representing everything all at once, so it makes it a lot easier to manage and do it that way.
Oh, that's really cool.
Wow, so I know that the roles are quite different. How did you get involved with each of those? Because for me it feels like they're quite
very different. They are. Very strangely enough, they are kind of interlinked, and I fell into facilities management. So I went to college. I didn't go to university. I went down the NVQ route, which was actually through the Chamber of Commerce, who I'm actually a member of now through the business. So I did my apprenticeship with them. I did it in business administration, and I just always had kind of like that businessy kind of thing to it. I just always wanted to do something for my own, so I've dabbled in a few different bits. I ran a little events company for a little while where I hired chocolate fountains and did sweet carts and things like that.
So the fun bits.
And we did get quite big. It was we were doing them for like Budweiser staff parties, TUI staff parties. It was quite good. And then I was still working at the time, and just kind of fell into a role where I was on a service desk. So an engineer would call up to, someone would log a fault and you'd have to send the engineers out. But it progressed from that, and I found it quite interesting because I got to see some quite interesting buildings as a result of it, and you have to work out some weird and fascinating sort of problems from there. But I always liked food as well, so I've always cooked, and my mum's always cooked, and it's just a big cultural thing with us in the family. But I didn't really go down that route because it was a bit sort of antisocial hours. Cookings, weekends, evenings and everything, so I didn't really pursue it in that respect. And then when I was made redundant, kind of took on the facilities, thought I do that quite well. We do catering as part of that as well, so in a building, if you've got a canteen and everything like that. But lockdown happened and I was missing mum's food, so I started cooking a lot more, and then I ended up writing those recipes down, and friends were like, oh, can you do it? So I got a bit creative, printed them out, and then I ended up publishing it as well on Amazon and did the whole thing, which is called the British Mauritian on there. So I took that and was doing that at home. I was still working from home, and then I started a little takeaway business. It was lockdown and everyone was doing food, so it went really, really well. I just kind of did that it's a bit of a side hustle more than anything else. So I love cooking and I love the food, so it was more of a hobby. And then obviously out of lockdown, started working, got made redundant, started the business, and I went into I still do the food kind of ad hoc, and then fairly recently had a bit of a project with the Hat Factory, so we took over the space there for a short while. I actually went in there to do facilities management and came out having taken over the cafe, so that was a nice little project. It was a trial, a pop-up thing, which we would like to carry on, so we are looking for other spaces and we're still doing things, but we're doing a few pop-ups here, there and everywhere and just trying to collab it. But it does interlink very strangely enough, because facilities management is about looking after a property. So I think what it stems down to is, to make it sound less boring, I like to play house. It's like, it's a big building. It's like, I like to everyone feel comfortable, make it look nice, make sure it's clean, make sure it's safe. And if I can cook for you, then it's a bonus. So,
So everything works out well, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
So out of all of your different jobs, which one takes up the most of your time? And also, which one do you think is like the most stressful?
Time-wise, they're quite equal. Depending, the school governor role can be quite intense in terms of there's a lot of paperwork to read. So if you're going to be a good school governor, you do have to read through it, and the sixth form's quite hefty in terms of paperwork. Definitely. So you do have to go through that. But I enjoy it. So it's like, and it's not stressful. They're really good, and they understand that we've all got jobs and everything as well. So it's really good. The stressful part is probably running the businesses. So the jobs themselves are fine, but it's when you're running your own business and you've still got bills to pay, it can be a bit stressful.
Yeah, definitely.
And just making sure that you're looking after everybody as well, because again, one of the main reasons that we started our own company was so we could do it the right way, hence it's called Right FM, a little bit of a play on the words, but it was to make sure that we weren't treated in some of the ways that we were when we were at work and in those corporate environments, and do a bit more out for the community and work with, again, the local schools and everything like that, and trying to do some employability programs with them as well. And it's just different these days. I think everyone goes to college, obviously goes to university, and I do encourage that, but there are so many other opportunities out there as well now. So
definitely. Even though I go to university, I definitely agree. Like, apprenticeship routes are amazing.
I encourage them quite a bit in these sense as well. It's great if you've got something to go for. If you want to be a doctor and all of that, I understand. You've got to go down that route. But I think people are scared that, if you don't go to university, I'm not going to amount to anything. But it's not the case at all. So
it's actually really interesting, because I go to sixth form, and I'm sorry, but I've never heard of you before this. And you have such, like, interesting job titles. You do so much. And, like, I know so many people who aren't planning on doing university and they don't know what they're going to do next. And, you didn't do university, you went through apprenticeship. So it's, like, a different route. But, if there was, like, a way that you could, like, tell people your story at sixth form, I feel like it'd be really great for the students.
I'd happily do that, I'm sure,
And also, please make a pop-up stand at our sixth form.
That's absolutely, I'm actually speaking to Anissa about doing something for you guys, actually, quite recently, so that's fine. I've actually got some quite cool, I have a Playmobil model that I take out to do with with the facilities as well, so I'll bring that over and do a talk, because it is interesting. It sounds boring, but it isn't, and with the facilities management, there is actually quite a lot in terms of careers of what people can do in there. Like, it's not just cleaning and maintenance, the whole compliance, the design of the building, the aesthetics of the place. It's fun running your own business, I'm not going to lie.
Definitely.
I get to do things like this.
You can say you're an entrepreneur.
Yes, exactly that. Yes. Or my dad likes to call me a Del boy, but it is nice being able to do that. But more so, it's nice getting involved and doing the community stuff as well, because I live in Luton, so I might as well try and make it better.
Give it back.
Exactly. Well, I'm thinking that the youth as well, it's when I get older, it's you guys that are going to be looking after me, so got to make sure that
impression.
Exactly, yes, need to make sure that you're doing a good job as well. So.
So you mentioned that you've published your recipes.
Yes, I did that in lockdown. It just started from missing Mum's food, and she wasn't able to come over, so I started writing them down and honing them in, and I wrote that in lockdown, and that's gone quite well. I'm trying to do book 2, but I don't have the lockdown time now, so it's taken a lot longer. Recipes have actually changed, and my cooking's actually got a bit better as well. So we've been experimenting with that. But the idea was the British Mauritian was born again out of the fact that I wanted the Mauritian food, but you don't get all the ingredients over here necessarily the same, so you just compromise with something different. So for instance, like we'll make something with like the chutneys as a condiment, like instead of having ketchup with that. We do a lot of pickles as well, but they're made with like the fruits out there, like mangoes and pineapples, and they're quite hot pickles, but you don't have those. So I use like apples and pears and like gooseberries and things like that instead. So
it's like your own play on
my own play on it, sister as well. So again, like scones, you make savoury scones and cheese scones. I made these cheese scones, and was my dad's invention. And there's this aubergine chutney that my mum has, and randomly he was eating it with it, and I was like, what are you doing? And he was like, oh, it tastes good. And it really does. And it's just like a new little invention. So between mum and I, we kind of like just mix and match things, and
oh my gosh, I'm really interested in your book now.
I shall send you some recipes and you can have a go. And,
I'm going to be doing that. I cook for my family, and now I'm going to be serving Mauritian food as well.
Yeah, Mauritian food is really nice. So yes, but I still do bits and pieces with that as well. We do catering for meetings. That's been going actually quite well in Luton recently since I sort of started at the Hat Factory, and people have managed to sample the food. So that's been quite good. So
that's great.
Yes, if anyone wants food for their meetings and fancies something different,
that's good. Possibly when I have my own company, my own meetings, I'll come to you.
Oh, definitely. And did you self-publish the book?
I did it all myself, I just went online and had a good read about it. Went on Amazon, they've got some really good tutorials on how to do it. So I did it on the Amazon platform, but I did go through the Nielsen Library and publish it properly to get the ISBN, and there is a copy at Luton Library.
We should go check it out.
Yeah, definitely.
I quite often go in to see if it's there. It keeps being checked out, which is quite cool. But I've only seen it in there once, and every time I go back, it's been checked out by somebody else. So so that is good. But maybe I need to go and go and leave another little copy in there. But it's there.
Oh, that's great. So you've said that your mum was an influence in writing your book.
Yeah.
Did you have any other big influences?
Dad, like the family, really. We're huge foodies, massive foodies, but we like to travel as well. Dad used to work abroad, and I think he just got a bit of a bug for going away, so he used to take us to places as well.
Yeah.
So, and food. So we used to go to all sorts of places, so we're quite well travelled, and all the food that we've eaten in places. Japan is probably my favourite place in the world.
I want to go to Japan.
And it's on my list to hopefully do 6 months out there and kind of work remotely and live out there. But I've been there twice: Vietnam, Cambodia, Malaysia, Singapore, Peru, and it's just all the different flavours from all their different places and just trying different things. So when we go abroad, it's just
I've got an auntie from Cambodia.
Okay.
Yeah, and whenever I see, she shows me pictures of her food, I'm like, I've never seen that.
Yeah, the food is amazing as well, and we're quite experimental. I'm quite up for trying anything.
I don't know if you've had this, but they in the markets they serve rat.
They do, and we saw them. I didn't try it. I did try frogs, not out there. I did that in France.
Yeah.
But when you go to the market, it was the most bizarre thing. They've got just wicker baskets of dead animals, so rats, a basket of rats, a basket of frogs that have been like kind of skinned and cleaned, and a basket of prawns, you
never would understand because it's like completely different culture and everything.
Yeah, definitely different culture, but I wasn't that brave, not for the rats. Everything else I tried.
The teeth in it scared me.
Yeah, I was in Peru and I wanted to try the guinea pig, but my mum wouldn't let me. She said no.
Too adventurous.
Yeah, she was like, no, it's too cute. She wouldn't let me. I said, forget about her. She just wouldn't let me. She's like, no, it's too weird. So yes, I did try the guinea pig, but I did try alpaca, which was quite interesting. Yeah, that was quite interesting.
So you are quite well versed in food and culture.
But I like to try everything at least once, just to say I've done it as well.
Yeah, it might go into the book eventually.
Exactly.
Usually people with all sorts of meats will just say it tastes like chicken.
Yes, and do you know what? It really does. When you do that, it's quite commonly, it really randomly does taste like chicken.
Oh, okay.
There's very few things that have a different taste to something that you've not tasted. It's familiar when you eat it. It's always something quite familiar tasting. So
okay.
I think you just got to close your eyes and do it. That's the only thing, isn't it? So.
Forget about the fat, forget about the teeth.
I mean, if you cut it up, then I feel like that's fine because it doesn't look like what it's originally did.
Exactly that, when it's cooked, then you have no idea, do you?
Yeah.
So starting a business can always come with a lot of risks, and I feel like young people are quite wary of those risks because we're always told get a degree, get a job, that's like the safe route. So what have you learned from your business that might be helpful to someone that thinks in that way?
It's always going to be a risk, it is, but I think go with your instinct and your gut as well, but do a lot of research. There's so much resource out there. There's a lot of assistance, there's a lot of government assistance, there's a lot of different sort of programs that are out there as well. I think the Prince's Trust actually is quite a good one for small businesses as well. They offer grants and help set up small businesses. But yeah, go for it is what I would say. And learn from the mistakes. Starting up the business, we started off kind of really just chasing. We were chasing a lot of work, trying to chase, and sometimes that comes off as a little bit of desperation. So we had to just take a step back and think, what are our goals? What is it that we're trying to achieve here? And learn from the things that you do. So one of the things that we did, which was one of the biggest areas I think we've learned from, we were costing up a lot of work. So facilities management is quite a big piece of work that you have to cost up. And we gave the client a full costing, everything, what we were going to do, how we were going to do it, the rollout, our whole mobilisation plan. And they didn't actually go ahead with us. They actually took our plan and implemented it in-house, which is a little bit naughty. They didn't go to another company, which was good, but they just thought, well, you've done such a great job of what you're going to do, we might as well do this ourselves, and employed somebody. So we've learnt that, okay, we can be really good, but maybe take it back a bit, and how you kind of work that. And you just learn from those things. And meeting people is a big thing. What I would definitely encourage any young person to start networking now. That's the biggest thing, whether you're going to university or anything like that, whether you want to start your business. It really is about like the people that you know, and the connections that you make. And a lot of what I've learned probably in the last couple of years is people buy off people, and they want to know who you are as a person, who they're working with, your ethos. It's changed a lot. I think it's gone from that whole just a basic corporate, these are the rules, to no, you need to treat people right, you need to be comfortable at work, you need to do all of that. And I think that's, networking and put yourself out there, definitely.
That's great advice.
Yeah.
So speaking about your business, what were the early days like? You said that, you sounded desperate, but how were your days structured?
It was not structured. I think that's the problem. When we first started, research is probably the biggest advice I would give to people. Just focus on something, like one thing at a time. I think we were trying to do too much all at once. I'd left the company that I was doing facilities management in, thinking I could just jump in and do the same thing again, but you need to build your client base up to start with, build that trust, what makes you different from somebody else. So if I could go back, I'd probably focus just on one thing, rather than a load of stuff, which seems to have worked. So as we've gotten further down the line, we're like, right, these are our niche markets, this is what we should concentrate on. Once we do that, we can expand into the other things. But at the same time, the British Mauritian kind of popped up out of nowhere, and it was a case of, right, can we do this? Should we take the risk and do it? Why not? What are the consequences of doing it and it failing? And what are the risks with that? Can we do it? Is it worth it? And you have to counter in things like your time. Work-life balance is massively important as well. Family for us is a huge thing. So it is hard, but it's doable.
Okay, well that's great. And as long as we know that we can achieve it.
You can definitely achieve it. I think anyone can achieve anything they want to if you put your mind to it. We are still new. We are still fairly new, and it has taken a couple of years to kind of get out there and do those things. But yeah, you can do it. I mean, we started it with nothing, literally nothing, and we're doing all right.
I think you're doing a bit better than all right.
But it's just go for it. And if you need to go out and get another job whilst you're doing it as well, there are always ways around things. You can, if you want to do something, you can. You've just got to focus it and believe in yourself. Back yourself. If you've got an idea and you do believe in it, back yourself. But do research, and take advice and criticism, on board as well. Just go back, and you don't have to listen to it all, but it is good to hear what other people's opinions are, other people that are in the industry, and learn from those as well.
So you're saying that the early days were much harder than they are now?
Yeah, definitely.
The work pays off though.
Yeah, the work pays off though, yeah, but it's all worthwhile in the end, so yeah, definitely.
That's great.
Amazing. So as a young person, I feel like there's a lot of careers that don't really come into mind. Like there's always like the basic ones like that we'll go into and that we're told about. But how did you become a governor at Luton Sixth Form? Because I feel like a lot of young people don't really consider something like that.
Yeah, so that was something that I was introduced to by the Chamber of Commerce. Again, social media, LinkedIn post, people post a lot of different governors' roles and everything on there, and someone suggested that I would be quite good for it, and I was like, well, what do you mean? So I had to look into what was actually involved, because I didn't know, in all honesty, what was actually involved, and basically the board takes on people with experience from different areas. So I sit as a general governor for the whole board, but I also sit in the finance and estates because of my experience in facilities management, so it picks up on that. So yeah, it's again a bit about networking, but you can actually look for the roles. They are out there. So for instance, Luton Borough Council at the moment are actually looking for school governors across the board for whole of Luton. So, and I do believe that they do have young governors as well. The Luton Sixth Form College definitely does, so you could definitely go for that one there as well. So yeah, there's plenty of opportunities out there. It's just, again, the networking is what actually brought it about, and someone recommending it and recommending me, and you have to go through the whole interview process as well, so it's like going for a role. Even though it's voluntary, you do still have to do that, but again, it's the experience for me. When I first started that, I was like the new girl, and it was like I was like young new girl in there, and it was training that I was learning, and it's quite funny because Altaf's brilliant, he's so funny as well, but he treats me a little bit like a student still as well. It's great, so it's nice going back there, but it's lovely, it's I love it there, it's nice, and it's good experience, and I've done the same role in other places and they are different. So the Luton Sixth Form one is like quite a lot, and you know, quite a lot to do in there. There's a lot of students, a lot that goes on, and then the smaller schools are less involved and everything there. So that's, yeah.
Amazing. Could you tell us more about your actual role as a governor?
Yes, so usually the meetings, we basically go through everything from the curriculum, how the students are doing, all the statistics, the finance, the building itself. It's quite a hefty 2-hour meeting actually that we go through, and yeah, we just make sure that your teachers and the staff are actually doing what they're supposed to, and yeah, we cross-check everything because the auditors will come in and we'll make sure that that's all done. So yeah, it's a general kind of thing to oversee the whole college. We don't do anything as such, like we're not allowed to get involved and kind of like say, right, you must do that. We just oversee it, and if there is a problem, then we would raise that, and amongst us would decide what we'd do collectively.
Okay.
So, yeah, and decisions have to be signed off by us. So if something goes on in the school, they usually have to ask us first to read through the papers that we're all in agreement with it. And yeah,
it's quite a lot of responsibility.
It is, yeah, it is quite a lot of responsibility. But yeah, it's a nice responsibility as well.
That's good, because you make a nice impact.
Definitely, yeah, and that's what it is. It's about, and yeah, it's good to see that they are actually doing what they're supposed to be doing as well, which is
Yeah, well, that's important.
Yeah, very important. Yeah.
Looking at like all of your different jobs, do you think is like the most critical skill to have? It's like, you know, leadership, obviously, because you're leading your own business. But is there anything else?
Qualities, I would say, is it's a difficult one. Be open-minded, I think, is probably a good one. Accepting and make sure that you take accountability for things. If you make a mistake, hold your hands up and try and find a solution to it. Don't just go with problems. That's one of the things I find frustrating, and working with some people is you'll go to them with like, this is what's happened. You go to them, they take it as a complaint. It's like, it's not a complaint. It's like, I'm just giving you, this is what happened, let's find a solution to fix it.
Yeah.
So just be open and take accountability for it and fix the issue rather than be defensive. That would probably be. So what do you
think is your like most important one out of the ones you've just listed?
I think accountability is probably the biggest one. And being able to do that and being open and honest and approachable. Those are big things, definitely.
Well, that's great. I know I need to work on that.
But it's true because, again, like I said, people tend to buy off people. If you're open and you're honest and you take accountability for your actions, then I think that's a big thing. Become more like
a trustworthy, likable person.
Definitely. Yeah. Trust is a big thing.
Yeah.
So let's talk more about Launch Right FM Limited. What motivated you to start that?
So I've been in the facilities management game for about 20 odd years, and I was made redundant. So I was already doing the role anyway. I was COO of the last company, and I had to close the place down. So it was a bit of a shame, because I did think that was my forever job, because it was such a great place to work, and I had the momentum. And my business partner and I both kind of looked at each other and said, let's just do it ourselves. If there's ever an opportunity, this is it. Had a little bit of redundancy money to be able to look after ourselves for a few months, because that's the other thing. It's like, when you step away from that, it's like, okay, I've got to pay my bills. What do I do? Go out and get another job, or should we just do this? And we thought, let's give it a try and let's just do it. And yeah, we kind of did from there. But again, I enjoyed what I did, and the name came from the fact that we just wanted to do it the right way, and we just kept going the right way. And we needed to come up with a company name, and we didn't know what to do, and it just came up right.
You're trying to find the right name.
Yeah, and it's quite a talking point, because every time we go out, people think that we're a radio station. It's like, we're not, but it gets people talking to us. It's like, actually, we're a facilities management company. So yeah, but it always gets people talking, which is quite a funny one. And yeah, we just wanted to do, like I said, I think it's more about, I enjoy doing it. It's as boring as it sounds. It is a bit like housemaking. You go in, you make the place look nice, and we are those people that kind of do everything ourselves as well. So we're quite proud of what we do. So when I walk into a building that we've looked after, I know it's clean because I've cleaned it. And it's just that standard that you kind of have. So it's nice doing it that way. But yeah.
That's great. And like, I want to say again, you run a food company, which is completely different.
Yes.
How does your day-to-day basis look like, running completely two different businesses at the same time?
So I have to switch hats. I do have to do that. So depending on what I'm doing for the day, sometimes it can be an amalgamation of both. But I have my diary, and I swear by it. I swear by Alexa. She reminds me to even eat sometimes. And yeah, I literally just use a lot of reminders, a lot of tech. I love technology as well. So anything that I can do to help make my life easier, I will use. So diaries, automation, AI bits and pieces for stuff that I need to. But yeah, just diary management, really. Yeah.
So being extremely organised.
Yeah, yeah. You have to, as well with what I do. So with the company, the facilities management. Obviously, I have the business itself, and we have people that work for us. But I actually do the compliance myself. I'm qualified to do those. So you have to be organised to do that. It's like literally folders with markers and that type of thing. So yeah, I just run my diary the same way. And yeah.
Would you say that you've always been someone who's very organised, or is that something you've had to learn?
Probably something that I'd have to learn. My parents probably say I've never been organised, and my bedroom probably would not say the same thing back then as well. But no, as I've gotten older and I've started working, definitely it's what you have to do to make things work. If you're not organised, it just ends up being an absolute nightmare. So yeah, it's kind of what my job is really. I go in and fix things that are a mess. So yeah, it's one of those things that you definitely have to learn along the way.
Yeah. So at the hat factory, you were saying that you were looking after the cafe. Yeah. Do you serve your own Mauritian food there?
I did, yes. So we did, we did all the Mauritian food that we could. It was, the space was a little bit, so we had to get creative. So the reason the cafe wasn't running was just because they had no like ventilation in there. So you couldn't do things like frying and big heavy duty sort of like fires. So we had to get creative with the menu, and I said, well, let me have a look at it and see what we can do, because again, technology, you have air fryers, you have ovens and microwaves and different things like that. So I created the menu based on the facilities that I had in the kitchen. So I was still able to do like a lot of the dishes. So we did a lot of the stuff on site, made some nice stews that we did of like a beef lentil stew that we did. It was done in the slow cooker on site, and we bought, we had like part-baked bread, so we'd make fresh bread on site, fresh sausage rolls. We had these little Napolitan cakes, and I trained my chef to do it properly as well. She was an old family friend, so everything was kind of made fresh on site, but it was what we could do there and then, and kind of did it from there. But yes, it was Mauritian and British food, so you could go in and get a sausage roll and then a dal puri on the side or something different, and yeah, it was good.
So you added your own touch to it, which is
definitely
nice.
Added our own touch to it. Yeah,
I need to try the menu. It looks great.
Yeah, you do definitely. So next time you do something, I should bring some sample foods for you.
I love that.
But it was it was really, really good. I loved serving the Mauritian food, and yeah, everyone liked it. I think it's just because it's something different. So,
yeah, I've never tried it, but I'm just so intrigued now.
Yeah. You'll have to look some recipes up online.
Yeah, I'm going to look at your recipe.
check out the book.
Oh yeah,
yes.
I'm going to go to the library, I'm going to check it out.
Yes, please do that.
Yeah, definitely. So you also sit on the advisory board at the London School of Science and Technology.
Yeah.
What is the type of impact you aim to have with that role?
That one's a bit more sort of employability type thing. So a lot of the students that are in there have already got jobs and they're just kind of going back to college to do something like a degree or something. So it's like a lot of different part-time courses that are in there, so it fits around their sort of work life. So they're a little bit older in terms of students. That connection is more to help them find a job afterwards, and just kind of help the school and connect them with the partners that I network with. So that's probably where I best sort of fit in that sense. It's not as involved as the Luton Sixth Form one. It's more of a, like I said, it's more of an advisory role and more partnerships and everything there. So it's more connecting the students and the actual college itself and university to other people that might be able to help them.
Oh, so you're really good at networking then as well, aren't you?
That's something that I have to honestly say I absolutely hated. I never really used to like speaking to people. I'm not one to stand in front of anyone and talk to anybody. I used to be quite quiet and I'm really good at working and doing my thing, but yeah, not in front of anyone. So that was something that I was forced to do from starting the business, because we learnt very quickly again that networking was a massive part of it, and that was something that I really had to get to grips with.
Yeah, so you just plunge into the deep end.
Yeah, and just start talking nonsense. But you learn as you go along, and you learn how to network and who to speak to, and it's not always a hard, because again you just assume networking is a hard sell. You've got to go out there and tell them this is what I do, this is my business, but it's not the case at all, and people don't actually like that either. So it's just actually quite a bit of a social thing. You go out and just talk to people and have coffee all day.
Oh, that's lovely.
And it's
I
nice.
did that job.
You do make connections in that sense. It is about that to start off with, and building relationships up with people as well. I think that's quite key as well, because again you just never know who you might meet in the future, what they might do for you.
Oh, that's so true. You also have another role, and this one's a bit of a mouthful, so I'm going to have to read it out.
That's all right.
You sit on the advisory board. Oh, no, we've done that one. You're also a trustee for the Bedfordshire and Luton Community Foundation.
Yes.
What does that role look like?
So again, very similar to the school governor role. So we do sit on the board and make sure that they're doing everything correctly as a charity. We'll go through I sit on the compliance committee for that bit as well. So we'll go through the governance, make sure that they're compliant, that they're meeting the requirements, and that they're fairly giving out the grants. And just overseeing it, but it's a little bit more involved that I do go out and represent them as well. So we'll go out and we'll do talks, we'll explain to people what they do and how they can get the funding, and just kind of again a bit of a networking thing to put them in touch with people that might want to fund them to fund others as well, and again vice versa, because I do a lot of the charity work. They can, if there's something there, I can then point to the directors or one of the charities that I work with, like they've got funding for this, go for it. So it helps again letting people know where things are so they can do stuff.
Oh themselves. I feel like I've asked the question so many times, but what made you want to get involved in that?
Again, going back to that first awards thing, I think it was just those awards that I went to, the Luton Awards that I went to. It started everything. It really did, because although we were doing the company, it just got me refocused. It's just, again, everything's on our doorstep, everything's here. I've got my family, my friends here as well, and also I was saying that I lost my sister in June 24, and she was a massive Luton fan, did everything for Luton, was always into the charity work, so it kind of motivated me to just keep that going and keep her legacy going as well.
That's lovely.
That. So that's probably part of it.
No, that's really nice. It's like a nice tribute to your sister.
It is, yeah, no, definitely. She was all about Luton, so yeah, definitely everyone knew her, and she was an old sixth form college person as well. So yes, another alumni. So yeah, it was partly for that as well. But yeah, keeps us motivated, keeps us all going.
No, that's good. It's good to have something like a good reason.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds very fulfilling.
Yeah, it is. It's good. It's nice being able to take part in all the different things as well, and. The most fun one I've done recently days, I did an abseil off the Luton and Dunstable Hospital.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that they did the new acute services building. Yeah. So yeah, we did that for charity, and that was in memory of my sister as well. So that was good fun though.
Yeah, it's a lovely tribute.
Yeah, but I enjoyed that.
Amazing. amazing. So you're also an ambassador for Step Forward Luton.
I am indeed.
So
yes.
Could you tell us more about that?
Yes. So that is just representing Luton, really. All good things about it. So where we can go, again, when I'm networking and when I'm out and representing Luton, just making sure that people know it's a nice place. It's not as bad as everyone else thinks it is.
It's not at the bottom of the list.
It's not at the bottom of the list, despite what everyone says. But yeah, again, it's just a bit more about the community thing on that side of things. It's just promoting Luton, what it has to offer, and just showcasing on there. But it's something I do enjoy doing as well.
Luton has a great community.
It has a fantastic community. It really does. It is a fantastic community. You don't see that very often. But I do like the fact that everyone kind of comes out and helps each other and. No matter what.
I like Luton a lot. I might be biased, but I do.
We're still fighting the reputation.
Oh, yes. But I think you'll find that everywhere you go, isn't it? It's just someone's always got something bad to say. But, yeah, Luton's brilliant.
You've got to tune them out. We'll show them.
Exactly, yes.
Aside from all of your roles, you do a lot of philanthropy. You get involved with other organisations like Stepping Stones, Noah, Impact, Charms, L&D Hospital. Where do you find the time to do this, and what drives your commitment to do it?
I make the time, so I find the time to do it. But I find, again, all these charities are doing very much similar sort of things, like all kind of heading to one goal. So my idea is to try and connect it all and do it all as one. And a great example is myself and one of the ladies from Impact started. We wanted to do a sleep out because I did one with the Luton Football Club the year before, and we said, well, why don't we do one but get all the charities involved so we can actually pool the money and let's split it. So we then approached Stepping Stones, and then Noah's was the one that we did it the year before, and they were all really up for it. So we thought, we'll try this as a trial one, contacted Luton Point, and they were really happy to help us do it as well because they've done previous ones as well. And yeah, we started kind of doing that, and it was a really, really good event. We're hoping to kind of do it bigger and better, so to get more people involved. And the reason I do it is, again, I live here and I see it, and I see what Luton used to be like. I've seen kind of what it has become, but I can also see the future as well if we all just start doing things. And again, like you say, the community is amazing here, and everyone wants to do something, but there's a lot of pockets of everyone doing it individually. So the idea is let's all do it together and make a bit of a bigger impact.
Oh, I love that. So that's your drive to make the community better.
Definitely, that's my drive. Yeah,
I like it.
Definitely. Yeah, more so again, like I say, for the youth and maybe for selfish reasons. Like I say, you guys are going to be looking after us when we're older, so need to make sure that you've got
you'll get your return. Don't worry.
A decent place for you guys to live in, decent jobs for you to have here, and a nice standard of living for everybody, and not just leaving. So,
yeah. It's not transactional, it's about building the community.
Exactly that, keeping it nice and making it home.
Yes.
That's so lovely. So with everything that you're involved with, what are you most excited for right now?
At the moment, I'm excited about all the projects that are going on in Luton. Being involved in all of these things, you get to hear about what's going on. So the regeneration project that's going on in town, hoping to bring that nightlife back as well, which will be brilliant. Spaces for actual youths to actually go to as well, so safe places and things to do, not just hanging out at the local chicken and chip shop, but actual activities. And when the stage goes up, I think the new venue that's going in, the football stadium, the airport expansion, Universal Studios on our doorstep. It's just going to be amazing, the job opportunities. But yeah, I'm just excited for the next 5 years. That's all the stuff that's going on. It'll be nice to.
It'll be lovely.
Yeah, have all these things on our doorstep, loads of opportunities.
And Luton 2040 will be realised.
I hope so.
2040 is the year.
Well, we're actually doing something, and if you want to, we came up with an idea. I came up with an idea in the cohort. I want to do a time capsule.
That is lovely.
So I'm hoping to launch it at the 2040 conference, and I'm going to give a little bit of a deadline for people to give a little bit of a contribution, whether it be physical or digital, and would like to open it in 2040 to see if we've actually achieved what we've been setting out to do.
Oh my gosh, that's such a lovely idea.
A little contribution from you guys would be good.
It would be amazing.
Yeah, and then we can do something, anything you want, whether it's a statistic or something that you'd hope to see in 2040 when you open it, but based around the 2040 vision.
Yeah, because in 14 years we've been another generation around as well.
Exactly. So it's not too far, but it's long enough for it to
Yeah, it's like a footprint we'll leave over.
Definitely, and we're all trying to achieve that 2040 goal, so let's open it up.
You never know, it might end up in a museum.
Yes. We're hoping to keep it at the town hall for now, and we know that's not going
It might end
anywhere
up in British Museum.
That would be great.
So do you guys think with all the new things that are going to be put into development, do you think living in Luton would become more expensive?
Oh, that's a good question. Probably. But at the same time, I'm hoping that the job opportunities would maybe make that more affordable as well. Possibly, but I think it comes with both.
Yeah.
Yes, you've got that, but it should also bring that footfall in, and the economy should then hopefully get a bit better, and people spending money here, which means that there'll be more job opportunities and everything as well. So yeah.
No, I agree with that as well.
Yeah, hopefully it all balances out.
Yeah, that's what you'd hope so.
Big cascade.
Yes.
First it increases in price, and then
exactly that.
The job wages increase.
Yes, exactly that. It's a bit of a chicken and egg type thing, isn't it? But yeah, hopefully if we're doing that whole 2040 vision now and we're working towards that, then hopefully we're setting ourselves up to be able to handle that when it does come about.
Yeah. And also from your roles, you have tons of impacts on everybody, including me. You are my governor at my sixth form. What do you think is, like, for you, what impact was the most meaningful?
For me so far, the connection of like the students to things where they've had opportunities from where I've given them like just a little connection, and it's just made me happy being able to do it. For example, the Luton Sixth Form College and the football academy. So the academy, they've got the guys that do their football, and they're there full time, but they're also still studying, some of them, so they're doing like their GCSEs or A levels.
Oh, okay.
But they do it there and they get just tutoring there, but they wanted the experience of being at a sixth form college, so it was like, well, what can we do? So I've set them up, and now they're kind of doing something.
Oh,
so
that's really
they
cool.
get the opportunity to do some bits at the college, and I think the college as well get to go to the football club as a result. But it's just nice being able to do that. And one of the other things that I did, I mentor some children as well, Bedford Academy, so I do that every year. You have one student, and one of the students wanted to become a pilot and didn't really think that he could ever really kind of get that opportunity again. The whole, it's cost too much, it costs like this, that and the other, but again, there are other routes, and I have a connection at one of the flight Voyager simulators places in near the airport, and managed to get him a visit down there, so he got to actually fly like a commercial plane in the simulator. And
I'm looking to go into that industry.
Oh, there you go. If you want to go down there, I can set that up as well.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
They're lovely people that are there. They're called Voyager Flight Simulator, and they do. It's so much fun. I got him to fly me to Mauritius, so so that was really good in 15 minutes from Luton.
Wow, 15 minutes.
So finally, if someone is looking to find out more about you or anything that you do, where can they contact you or just find out more?
I am all over the place. So if you Google either Right FM or the British Mauritian, we've got our websites. We are on all the socials: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn. So you can find us on any of those platforms.
Oh, that's great.
Or you've got my contact details too. Drop me a line.
So thank you so much for coming on.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. And good luck with everything.
Thank you. I might see you around college.
Yes. Well, you'll have to look out for me now.
I'm going to be looking out for your food.
Definitely.
Well, that's it for today, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.